Hey, best friends.
Welcome to another episode of The Bestie Advice, where we discuss all things relationships. And now for part two.
So what I'm going to say, yes, my next one is actually it's falling right in line. Mine was be intentional in progression and increase. Be intentional in your progression and your increase. And I specifically said intentional in saving, intentional in paying off bills, intentional in changing habits for the better, not haphazardly, but we are knowingly making changes. Not like, oh, I just fell up on this $50. Okay, I'm going to put that in my savings account. That's cool. Somebody blessed you with $50 and you don't have to use it. So, you didn't know about it. So you put the $50. That's like haphazard. Like you didn't know about it. But no, intentionally saving. I'm going to intentionally take this $50 out, put it into my other checking, or this $50 out and put it into a savings account, or this $25 or $50 out and putting it and investing it or whatever. So being intentional about it. And yes, absolutely being intentional with paying off. Mine is paying off credit card bills, intentional in doing that. I want mine paid off before the end of the year. I'm gonna have to work hard, but I can do it. I can do it. Being intentional about progression and increase. So even in your own progression, we kind of touched on this a bit earlier as far as investing in yourself. Investing in your self-care, investing in your education. Be intentional with what do you want to do. It's your progression. It's not your sister's progression. It's not her progression. It's your progression. What do you need to do to progress? What is your next level? And then what do you need to do to get to your next level? Even if it's at your job and it's like you're just tired of being in that position, you want to go to the next level. Is it in your department? How do you become the supervisor? What do I need to do to become the manager? What do I need to do to become the director? Do I need to go to another department? Do I need to go to another company? So it's being intentional about your progression. You got one business, but you should be opening up this second business. Being intentional with opening up that second business. So yes, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I do want to encourage you all as well to be intentional. And it might not even you might got the $250,000 sitting in your savings account already. So maybe it's not the $250 in your savings account. I said 250,000. I didn't say $250. So you might already have that in your savings account. So maybe it's not savings. Maybe it is with paying something off. Or maybe it is as far as with you doing better with yourself. Maybe it is you being intentional about your health. You being intentional with exercise. And so whatever you need to do, make sure you're being intentional about it.
No, that's really good. Definitely that you have to kind of make sure everything you do has a purpose. And like
yes
about that. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I have two more, three more.
Okay.
I think I can make it two, but I think three. So really something that I started doing at the end of December that I have rolled into this year. And I'm going to continue to do it. I think I talked about it a little bit in my last, in our last one of these videos that we did in 2023, is it's important this year that you declutter, you detach, and you delete. So what does that mean? You have to declutter your space, your house, your mind. You have to declutter. I did this thing. If I haven't worn something in a year, I had to let it go. It has to go. If I haven't picked up something in a year, and so me and Mitchell did this mass clean of papers, because like sometimes mail, junk mail, bills, invoices, things can just sit in it piles up. So we did this thing where we went around our house and got all of the paper. We decluttered and we took it and got it shredded. That's important to get it shredded because sometimes your information is on that.
Yes.
But it was important for me to declutter. And I was telling my son and my sister, no, get all your old stuff, I wanted everything to be decluttered. And then, the detachment thing is sometimes we're attached to things that just aren't good for us, and
Yeah.
we need to make sure that we detached from old habits and old ways. And before we even got on this, I was sharing with Kieran about some things I needed to detach from, and I needed to renew some things. So
Yeah.
you have to let go of things to get new things, and oftentimes
That's
we take
good.
old baggage into the new year. You
Absolutely.
can't do that. Detach from that and then delete. I don't care if it's phone numbers, text message conversations, delete that stuff. Go to your computer, delete files, because you know what, your computer runs slower, like when
Yeah.
more files and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Delete
Yes.
all that stuff, clean that stuff up, you know. And yes, I'm pro friends, but delete people out your life too that you do not need to bring in 2024.
Yeah.
Because some of that stuff, you know, really you can declutter, detach, and delete people,
Yeah.
you know, at
Yeah.
the same time, especially if you're in a toxic environment. If,
Yeah.
like I said, people are gaslighting you, if it's
Mm-hmm.
abusive, any
Yeah.
type of abuse, mental, emotional, you know, whether
Absolutely.
it's a friend or a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter what it is,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
can
Mm-hmm.
do that. Because you know what, use this time right now, this period. I feel like January is almost like a honeymoon period in the new year.
Yeah.
Use this time to reset. And so you have to declutter. And so
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people where I'm a maniac where everything has to be done like by December 31st. So I start, you know, decluttering,
Yeah.
but we're still in the middle of it. You know, we were
Yeah.
actually doing closets yesterday, you know, where Mitchell and I was throwing away like old blankets and stuff like that, comforter sheets. Y'all, I'm crazy. So I'll buy new bedding like every other week. Just pray for me. So I just feel like I need fresh sheets. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I
Mm-hmm.
fresh sheets, and I don't know. After a while, they're not fresh. So I'm constantly so I'm like decluttering like old
Yeah.
comforters and
Yeah.
pillowcases, throwing it away, and you know, buying new things. But as we were doing this, y'all, we were finding old things, and we were like, okay, we need to throw this away, throw that
Mm-hmm.
away. And so I think as you're going into this year, this is just January. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Haven't declutter, detach,
Mm-hmm.
delete. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Take time to purge, because this is the season that you really want to reset. And I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Ron said it. We got a clean slate, and
Yeah.
use January as that
Mm-hmm.
time to
Yeah.
do that. So we've been saying it this whole time. Be intentional. Just set side time. I've been doing this thing, and this is just a tip, a planning
Mm-hmm.
tip. Is I do have a lot on my plate. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I do. So
Mm-hmm.
what I have learned is I set timers for myself to complete certain tasks, or I give
That's
myself
good.
a certain amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
because I will go down a rabbit hole on one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm up in the middle of the night still working on other things. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I'm gonna give myself 2 hours to work on this. And then when
Mm-hmm.
that 2 hours is up, I get up, I take a break, I get something to eat, I do
Yeah.
something different, I do something else.
Yeah.
Then my second task on my list, I set a timer,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to be productive. And
That's
so
good.
I just think that use this time to really start thinking about how you want your year to carry on, which really I could roll it into another one, just how you want your routine to be. You
Mm-hmm.
know, your success is really hidden in your routine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I take that serious. I take my
Mm-hmm.
morning routine very, very serious,
Yeah.
because I really believe that as you're resetting and you're
Mm-hmm.
decluttering and detaching, create a routine.
Yeah.
If you pick something up, put it back. If you took clothes off, hang it back up, you know,
That
throw
part.
it to
That
the
part.
ground, right?
Say it for the people downstairs in my house. Say it for them.
I'd say it for the people all through my house, because we come in the house taking off clothes,
Right.
right?
Right. Right. Right.
And I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
take off your clothes, hang them up. If they're dirty, I have a whole pile for cleaning.
Put them in the dirty clothes, police.
You know, we have shoe racks, line them
Yeah.
up in the
Yeah.
shoe racks, you know, and so just creating a routine
That's
so that
good.
it won't get cluttered like this
Yeah.
again. So the maintenance is easy.
Yeah.
And so now, y'all, I think y'all probably figured out my word is aesthetic. Now aesthetically, I buy into that. I believe in aesthetics. So aesthetically, I want my house to be pleasing. I want it to
Yeah.
smell a certain way,
Yeah.
look a certain way, feel a certain way. I want the peace of God to be there. And so God's not in mess. He's not in clutter. He's not in chaos.
Decent and in order.
Thank you. So, just take this time to reset, declutter, detach, delete, and then create a morning routine. Create a routine. And your morning routine really begins the night before. And something that I used to do is to get up flying around the house, causing all this chaos because I can't find something that I could have prepared the night before. So now I am intentional. I set everything out I need the next day. I have trained myself to get up an addition, 30 minutes earlier than what I was getting up because I need that time to do my morning routine. I need to pray. I need to just sit.
Get your mind together. Get your chat.
I need to sit. I need to, all the things you do. Take your vitamins, drink your water. All these things that you have to do. And before y'all, I would be flying around my house like the Tasmanian devil, like flying around because I don't want to be late. I'm going to be late. I'm going to be finding stuff, can't find stuff, throwing stuff out of my closet, throwing shoes, mad at Marcello, can't find anything. Found one shoe, didn't find the other shoe. Right. Taking it out by the hair of my chin. Right. And now I'm already frustrated because I didn't prepare. And so I vowed that I would not do that. Well, I really haven't done that in the last 6 months, but I'm taking that into this year where now I'm preparing the night before and making sure that when I pick something up, like right here, when I'm done with this, I have like 5 bottles of perfume, y'all. I'm going to put them back in the case.
Yeah.
Where they go. But just being intentional about that.
No, child. I should have been writing all that down. All that is good. all of that is good. But I do want to point out something because I actually started doing it. I ain't been doing it for the past 6 months. But I did start doing it. I recently started doing it. Sometimes social media, it can be a good thing. And it's this lady on social media that I have been watching, and she is a pastor's wife. She's a Caucasian lady. She's a pastor's wife. She has, I think, 4 children. And she always shows like her routine, her daily routine. And one of the things she does is that she gets up at like 5:30 in the morning. And I'm like, child, I don't go to bed till 1 o'clock. But she's intentional about being in the bed by 10 p.m. the night before. So it's like in my mind for years, I'm like, well, I can do that. I can stay up late and then I'll still be able to get up at 6 a.m. before our 6:30 call to kind of, pray by myself first before I actually jump on this call as far as with our church, with our ministry. But then it's like that alarm go off and it's like, boom, it goes off again. Boom. Nope, I'm just going to get up at 6:30 when everybody else get up. And so it's like, now I'm frustrated. Like you say, you rushing. And then after I get off, I want to go get back in the bed. So now I'm laying back in the bed another 45 minutes. Then I got to get back up. And it's like, no, that's not good. It's like, get up and be up. And that was not my routine. So now I want to get up and be up. And I have to go to bed on time. That is what was keeping me back.
Yes.
Not going to bed on time, stand up, watching TV, watching a movie with my husband, talking to my husband about any and everything. And see, my husband is totally different. We're not the same. We're not the same with this because he can go to bed at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, ding, he's up. I cannot. It's like I am struggling in the morning. And I notice that when I get up early and prepare myself early, my day goes by so much smoother. And yes, and it just seems like I have like all the time in the world. Like, okay, now I can get up. I can take my time showering. I can take my time doing my hair. I can take my time, not just praying, but I can pray and read and write because I've given myself the time So it's about adjusting my time. So I am all for that. Yes, 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 yes. And I really had to think about this on last night. We always hear that you have to change something to get new results. So if I'm continuing to stay up late at night, why do I think I'm just gonna all of a sudden get up early? Like, no, I have to change something. So that was a habit that I had to change. I need to go to bed a little bit earlier so I can get up a little bit earlier.
Yes.
I can't do the 4 or 5 hours of sleep. No, I'll be ready to bust everybody in the head. If I have
God.
4 or 5 hours of sleep, I'm crabby. I don't want you to say anything to me. I have a short fuse. Like, no, I don't want to be, I want to be pleasant. And then I want to get all that I need. I need God to give me my daily bread. Give it to me, Lord. What am I getting ready to go through on today? Prepare me for my day. So yes, I am for that.
That's
yes,
good.
yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. So my next one is, and this is real simple. Admit when you're wrong, apologize, and move on. Admit when you're wrong, apologize, and move on. And then the key thing is, don't let anyone keep you bound to guilt. So when I say admit when you're wrong, apologize, and move on, that's what people. Okay,
Absolutely.
That's what people. And I'm saying that's with people because when we admit when we are wrong with God, when we confess our sins to Him, He is faithful and just to forgive us. What we have a problem with is embracing His forgiveness.
Right.
Then, but He's not holding no guilt over our head. No, he ain't doing this like a little mistletoe. He's not doing. He ain't bringing it back up or whatever. He's not saying remember when. He's not doing it. But when it comes to people, people will do it. So you have to admit when you're wrong, apologize to him or her, and then after that, move on. If they can't let go, sorry, boo, they can't let go. You have to move on. Admit it, apologize, and not my bad. Because to my bad, I say my bad to my husband all the time. My bad. Baby, there ain't no apology. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for for what I said. I'm sorry for how I made you feel. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm and this is what I did. I did this and I apologize for that. And then after that, move on. Whether they say I forgive you or they're like whatever. Okay, I apologize. I admitted that I was wrong. I apologize. Now I'm gonna move on. So that's my tip. That's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna admit when I'm wrong. I'm going to apologize and then I am going to move on. And I want to encourage you all to do the same. Admit it, apologize, move on. Even if they don't speak to you, still be like, hey, girl. Oh, Dad, she's still mad. But I'm going to keep on moving on. Hey, what's up?
Because people will
hold you speak hostage. Again.
They will hold you hostage. And that's
like a mistletoe. It's going to be right here.
Yeah,
like that mistletoe, holding it over your head.
They will.
Like, no.
They will. I agree. Definitely.
Don't let them keep you bound to guilt where you got, well, maybe I should, or maybe I should say, well, maybe I need to say I'm sorry again. Well, maybe we need to have another talk. Sometimes, now don't get me wrong. Sometimes we do have to go back for clarity, especially if it's been like a big blow up. We admitted we were wrong, we apologized, and the person did say, okay, yes, I forgive you. But sometimes if it's, I don't want to use the word victim, but if it's the person that's being apologized to, sometimes they may need clarity. So they may call you back.
No, you're
they
right.
They may just want to just kind of walk, talk through it.
They might want to talk through it, or they need to process what happened.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
that's
they need to process what happened and give them that time to do that. But if they're being mean-spirited about it, that's different. But yeah, sometimes people need to process it. I mean, that's happened to me where someone's apologized. I was like, okay, I had to just kind of process it and let it go. But I like that though. Admit when you're wrong, apologize, and just let it go.
Yes.
Otherwise, Karan, all of that stuff just weighs you down and it weighs on your psyche, mental, your heart. You be trying to figure out why you depressed one day, you feeling sad. It's all that stuff is you just holding on to it. So that's good. You're saying just be able to let it go and talking to talking to people, communicating, and
And
getting
it'll help you to be free.
yeah,
It'll keep you free, because being weighed down with guilt, like, no, that's not where you want to be. You want to be free. So a lot of times that's where the admitting comes into play. You can say all day, oh, I forgot about it, and you didn't apologize. No, that's still gonna weigh on you. You need to go back and apologize. You need to say, I'm sorry. Hey, I did this, I did that. I'm sorry. Your freedom comes into place after you apologize. The
right,
person is not setting you free. Let's get that all the way clear. People don't set us free. The Son, SON, He is the one that sets us free. People don't set us free. Yes, it can help us feel better if they say, oh, girl, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yes, I forgive you. I forgive. We good. That helps us. But
yeah,
sometimes we don't get the apology. So we don't get the apology. We don't get the, I'm sorry, or we don't get the I forgive you. And you walking around like, no, you have to free yourself. And then when you take it to the Lord and pray, and after He's forgiven you for what you've said and all of that, baby, bye. That's all you need.
hey, I'm with you.
That's all you
That's
need.
a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
My final one is just embrace your growth.
That's good.
This year, embrace your growth. I have a meme, and I haven't posted it in a while, but it says you've changed, and it says I know. And it's like, people will tell you that you've changed. We should be always evolving as people.
Yeah.
If I am not the same person I was 10 years ago at all, and I think I shared this in another podcast, like, me and someone had a come to Jesus moment with an apology and type of situation. And, I received their apology, and I apologized to them. And I said, honestly, I'm not the same person I was then. I am not in the same mindset, my belief systems, how I think. I'm not that person. I have literally changed. So please forgive me, because I'm a different person, and I am forever growing. And I did go through a period where I believed in cutting people off. Like, if I thought you crossed me, cut you.
Right.
And I didn't care anything about it. And then the Lord has really dealt with my heart these last few years.
Yeah.
And has helped me to change that, and has made me, delivered me in some areas where I was hurt. And I see myself evolving. And not only am I evolving mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in my career as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, just really evolving and coming into who I am created to be. And I see that for myself. I see myself coming into that. I'm embracing that. I'm embracing all of the bumps, all the bruises,
that's good.
all the wins, all the victories, all the losses. I'm in a season right now that it's extremely uncomfortable for me. I have literally stepped out of the boat. I am walking on water. Things I've talked about I was going to do for years. I was just talking about, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. God was like, do it, and has pushed me into it. Right. And so I am in an uncomfortable season. I am extremely uncomfortable with where I am, but I'm embracing the growth, because whenever you find yourself uncomfortable, God is growing you. God is stretching, evolving you. And I feel like I'm about to come out of a second cocoon, and become yet another butterfly. And I'm embracing the process. So embrace your growth. If I could say one thing, God has brought you through to this far. You've been through a lot of changes. Who knows what this year is gonna bring for you, but embrace every step, embrace growth, and embrace your process, and celebrate that. Because you should be changing. You should be evolving. So I don't want to find my friends, in the same place. And I just actually read something that says, love is a friend pushing another friend. I think that's what it said. I'm going to read it to you guys, because it was about what love is. And I was like, that's true. That's true. Well, that's my love language anyway. Oh yes, this is what it says. Someone pushing you to be better is not an attack; it's an act of love.
That's good.
And I agree with that. It is
Yeah.
an act of love, and I'm in that season where I'm pushing people are
Yeah.
pushing me, and I'm embracing each step. So besties,
Yeah.
embrace where you are. If people tell you you've
Yes.
changed, it's okay. You should.
Yes.
You should. We aren't the same people we came out of our mother's womb. Like
We shouldn't be.
we could talk. We have you got to think about how many
Yeah.
changes. And I think I read somewhere, I could be wrong, like women change like every 7 years. We evolve. Our hormones change every 7 years. Like things change
Yeah.
evolve into different people. Our mindset should be
Yeah.
different. And so
Yeah.
just embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace your growth. Embrace your change. We've given you so many tips tonight.
Yeah.
Embrace all of it.
Yes. Yes.
Kiran said these are our changes. Do what fits you, but whatever it is you're doing in 2024, embrace it. Embrace
Yeah.
it, because I know that I am.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's good. And it's funny. Look, we two peas in a pod.
I know.
My very last one literally is, I'm going to stop stagnating my own growth.
That's why you my girl.
And then right, and not being afraid to do what I feel is out of my comfort zone. Because a lot of times we say it's
we don't even talk about you guys.
Right. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't.
We just say this is the topic. Even tonight, I was like, "What's the topic again?" Like we just talk about the topic. So we did not plan this. This is literally divine. Like it's what God is saying to both of us. So
no, it's
the pod.
No, it's true. And it's funny because even when it comes to our growth, a lot of times we play the blame game. It's the man. That's why I can't get another job, because we was the man. It's our moms. Our mama wasn't there. Our father wasn't there. It was who raised us. It was our education. I only went to a public school. Whatever it is.
People they out,
exactly.
That,
We point fingers, but we are responsible for our own growth. And a lot of times we stagnate our own growth. And I know I can say for myself, that I have in the past stagnated my own growth out of fear of what people are going to say. Just straight up, I'm scared. Okay. Forget about what the people are going to say. I was just scared.
Yeah.
But it's like this year I am vowing not to allow my own self to stagnate my growth. I'm past the peak. I don't care what you say. But a lot of times I let me do it. So it's like, no, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and not be afraid to step out of my comfort zone, not be afraid to do what may seem to be uncomfortable, whatever that thing may be. No, because I want to be used by God. We say all the time, use me, Lord. Here I am, no worship. I'm available to you. We got all the songs. But then when he like, well, I want you to do what? Come again? Don't you want to use her? What about him? What about her over there? And he's like, no, I want to use you. So not allowing me to keep me back.
Right.
Me.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
Not allowing me to that is one of my goals. That's my last one. That's my last one, y'all.
No, that was good. I think we've given, we've given our audience a lot of tips. We've shared a lot of insight, about ourselves, about our changes. I think I'm going to try to link the other ones that we did. Go back and listen to what we said in 2021, 2022, and now this one for 2024. You will be able to see our growth.
Yes.
We'll be able to see, we said a lot of the same things, maybe in different ways. But Kiran and I are all about progression. We're all about forward momentum, and we want that for our besties. We want that for you. And so we're just pouring out our advice and our tips and sharing our hearts with you all, and hope that you can take something maybe hopefully you watch this with a pen and paper.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
haven't watched our latest
Mm-hmm.
Friday favorites,
Mm-hmm.
watch that. I talk about the digital planner that I'm
Yeah.
using this
Mm-hmm.
year. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys will be able to see the digital planner. And
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully you guys will download that and
Yeah.
use that as well to help you plan out your year.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that you like this. Kiran, I'm excited about 2024. I think you and I have
Yes.
big goals. We have
Yes.
big
Yeah.
goals for the bestie advice that
Absolutely.
we are
Absolutely.
believing God for.
Mm-hmm.
And we just decreed that everything that you all want and everything that we want
Yeah.
shall come to pass.
Absolutely. And I just want to just share this one thing. You all don't, when it comes to I started off with don't, but I'm gonna say this first. When it comes to your goals and you setting things for your life, habits that you need to create, habits that you need to break, sometimes you have to take a break from social media. Take a break from social media. And I'm not trying to be deep, but I feel that this is like the only way. Like, take some time, pray about it, write it off, write it down. Like, don't focus on what they're doing. Some of what they're doing is unrealistic, or what they're doing. Yes, or what they're doing, it could be straight up reality, but they're only showing you the accomplishment. It's done already. The business is already there. They already got married. They are married. They already graduated. Whatever, it's done already. They're showing you the final results. But what did they have to go through to get there? So sometimes you have to take a step back and then write down goals for you.
Right.
Not, well, she did it, I can be doing it. They opening up a business, I should be open. Maybe you owning your own business, that might not be for you. If you work, somebody got to work for somebody. So if God has told you, you are to work for this man, this woman, this company, this is where I want to use you, accept it, embrace it. It is okay. It really is okay. So set the goals for you. But the only way you can really know what the real goals are is to seek God. God, what do I need to do? I know it's a whole lot of changes that I need to be making. Help me write this down. Or you can start writing it down, and believe me, so Holy Spirit gonna come in and he gonna begin to talk. You need to write that down too. Add it, number 2.5. I need you to add that in. Ask God. Don't compare yourself. Disconnect from social media, write it down, and then, hey, go ahead back to social media. But don't look at what they're doing. Don't even look at the people that's around you. It's not you trying to be like them. You want to be the way God wants you to be. You want to be all that God has created you to be. He did not create duplicates, and he did not create copies. It's only one you. So be you. That's it. That's y'all.
We have our own, DNA.
We do.
And that's the thing. That's a really good lesson. That's a very good lesson and a very good, takeaway is you don't know what that person has been through to get where they are. You don't know the hard work. And then some stuff is a facade. Some stuff is smoke and mirrors. I'm telling you, I've seen it firsthand. Some stuff is straight copy and paste from people. I've seen it firsthand. I'm just saying, I'm just.
It is what it is.
Be mindful.
It is what it is. Yes.
And I love what you're saying. Just be you and be happy in your skin and what God has created you to do.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yes, all of it is good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I pray that as you're watching this, rewind it, take notes. If you have any questions for Kirana, please ask them below. Like, comment, share, follow us on all of our platforms. All of our platforms are The Bestie Advice. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Tell a friend to watch us. We would appreciate your support. So till next time, besties, bye.
Bye, y'all. Happy New Year.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.